Hi, welcome back to Cuddy's Bookshelf. So today I'm going to be doing a 23 books I want to read in 2023. So I know a lot of people did this in January, and I've got my books that I've wrapped up and I'm unwrapping as I'm struggling to find one to read. But these are books that are on my shelf that I really do want to get to this year. So I will just, because there's a lot. I'll be just giving a quick run through because I'm hoping to get to some of them very soon. But so the first one was in my last haul, and it is the Tessa Bailey Fix Her Up, Love Her or Lose Her, and the Tools of Engagement. But these are contemporary romance. I like to go in quite blind with contemporary romance, and because I find them very binge worthy anyway, so I just pick them up and fly through them. I've had this one recommended to me and I'm hoping to read it very soon. So I'm looking forward to reading them and hope to get to them very soon. So the next book on this list is Run Rose Run by Dolly Parton and James Patterson. So anyone in my personal life that knows me well knows that I am obsessed with Dolly Parton. I love her. I love everything about her. I love watching her movies. I love her music. I'm just obsessed with the woman. And as soon as I knew that she was bringing this book out, I pre-ordered it and I still haven't got round to reading it. Look at those stenciled edges. You know how I love a stencil edge. So this is the next book. This is I think it's like a thriller. I just seen Dolly Parton and I bought it. The tagline of this is "Find a future, lose a past." So it's a girl that's on the run, but her heart is in her music, and it's like a thriller-esque type book. Really looking forward to reading that. The next one is The No Show by Beth O'Leary. She is one of my favourite contemporary romance authors. So this is her newest one. I have read all the others that she's brought out and I really enjoyed them. So I want to get to this one this year. So the next book I am trying to get to this year is a reread of House of Earth and Blood. This is part of the Crescent City series, which goes in tow with the next book I want to read, which I haven't read yet, which is House of Sky and Breath. House of Sky and Breath. And I really love Sarah J Maas's books, and I loved this one when I read it last year. So I can't wait to get into this one. I can't believe I haven't read it yet. So it is a chunker, that's probably why. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into both of these again. Love them. The next three books I want to read is the Last Hours trilogy by Cassandra Clare. I waited until the last one of this trilogy came out, which is Chain of Thorns, until I read all of them, and I can't wait to dive in. I really do like the Shadowhunter books, so I know that I'm going to love this. If you've read any of the Shadowhunter books, you'll know this is the new instalment. I do not know much about them other than they are set in the Shadowhunter world, and that is me sold. The next book I'm trying to get to is Dorothy Comson, My Other Husband. This is the newest book from Dorothy Comson. I know that she's on her next newest one, and that should be released soonish, I think. Could be. If not, I would have pre-ordered it. Anyway, so this is the newest one of Dorothy Comson's. I am yet to read it. I love Dorothy Comson. I've said in many videos she is one of my favourite authors, and I love a good thriller. And this one says, someone's trying to frame me for murder, but I can't prove I'm innocent because then I'd have to confess about my other husband. Oh snap. Sounds so good. The next book is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. And I've heard loads about this. It's all over TikTok. It's all over Instagram. Always being recommended. And I want to see what... FOMO. I need to know. And apparently it's got some really good smut. So I'm down. So it's a romance. It's a contemporary romance between a ice hockey player and a... oh, what is it called? Figure skater. Is that what they call it? Is it? Yeah, figure skating. Yes. Anyway. So yeah. Icebreaker. Another contemporary romance. Very fantasy contemporary romance and thrillers. and I ain't mad at it. So the next book I want to get to is volume 3 of Law of Olympus. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling, and the colour scheme and the way and the writing of this story and everything, I'm just really, really enjoying it. I know that this is quite popular, and there's a reason for that. So volume 3. I do know volume 4 is going to come out as well this year. Yeah, I'm sure it's due soon. And I pre-ordered that many books. But I'm sure volume 4, so I'll probably get around to that this year as well. So the next one is quite a chunker, but I know it's going to be worth putting the time in because I absolutely loved the first one, which was Priory of the Orange Tree. And this is a prequel to that. Oh, that cover gets me every time. This is A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. I am hearing so much good about this, and I can't wait to like immerse myself back into this world. I loved Priory of the Orange Tree so much, and I just know I'm going to love it, and I just can't wait to start it. So there was a girl in Tesco's, and when I picked this book up to read the back and see if it's something that I wanted to pick up, I saw her picking up It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. So I just was like, it's a good book. Made me cringe because I was like, oh God, what are you doing with yourself? But I had to tell her, like, you need to pick it up. It's such a good book. I love that book. So I was like, that's a good book. And because I had this one in my hand at the time, she was like, so is that one? And we sort of had a laugh over it. And, you know, and as I always say on this channel, it does not take much for me to buy a book and read it. So I want to get round to it. I did read Verity by Colleen Hoover, and I really enjoyed that one. So I'm hoping that I enjoy this one too. I know she's not to everyone's taste, but I liked her. So the next lot is a whole bunch of poetry I want to get to. So the first one is Wild Embers by Nikita Gill. I have not long just hauled this, and I'm very looking forward to reading it. The next two poetry books I want to get to are both by Langleaf. One is Lullabies and one is Love and Misadventure. I've read 2 other poetry collections by Langleaf this year, and I want to get to these ones. I really enjoy her poetry. Some of them really hit me in the feels, and I can really relate to them. And then these two, obviously I love poetry anyway, but these are Greek mythology inspired. So this one's Aphrodite Made Me Do It, and this one is Artemis Made Me Do It. And poetry and Greek mythology. Say no more. Say no more. So the next book I want to try and read this year is Finlay Donovan Is Killing It. I have had this book recommended to me so many times. I can't wait to read it. So I have been wanting to try and get into Terry Pratchett's Discworld, and I was going to do it from like book 1 and 2, 3 as it come out, but I've decided I decided last year that I was going to do it by, because the thing with the Discworld is you can read them one after the other as publication order, but there's also groups. So there's like the Witches series of books, there's like Death series of books, and so on and so forth. And I decided, shockingly, to go with the Witches ones first. So I did read Equal Rights last year, and I really, really enjoyed it. So the next one is Weird Sisters, and I really want to get to this year. I want to at least read one of Terry Pratchett's books at least in the year. So I do have the other Witches ones, and I'm hoping to get around to more than one, but if I just get through one, I'll be happy. The last book I want to get to is The Zodiac Academy. I have heard this book is extremely addictive. Like a lot of people, it's very Marmite. You either like it or you don't. But I've heard that once you start it, it's like something that you can't look away from. So I am really looking forward to this. I'm hoping to get into this very soon. And all I know about Zodiac Academy is it's like Harry Potter book for adults. Like more adult, I think. It's Harry Potter-esque. So sold. That is a whole bunch of books that I want to get to 23 to be precise, but there's a whole lot of books I do want to get to this year, and I cannot pick a favourite because I'm so excited to get to all of them. I also want to carry on with my challenge of unwrapping a book when I don't know what to read, so I'll still be pulling them off my cart. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you've enjoyed. I hope that some of the ones that are on my list are on your list, and if so, which ones are you looking forward to? Have you already read some? Because I know these are quite popular books, so if you have read, let me know what you think, if I should prioritise ones over the other, and I shall see you on my next video. Stay safe, stay well. Bye. Nobody knows who I really am. I've been watching too much Bleach. So, and this is her newest one, and I still not yet read it. I've read all of her, which is House of Earth and Blood, which is start that again. You're gonna slow down, mate. You're in the frame. I can see your tabs. I can see your little tabbies. I can. Yes. So, Taylor. Ciao. I just can't with her face on the camera. I just can't. Are you beautiful? Yeah. It's like doing like weights with some of these books. Oh, cut those bingo wings. Oh god, just pick up another book. Pick up another book. Hades and Hades and Persephone. Apparently, I can't say Persephone. Anuna, which was